welcome back. I don't know why I say welcome back. It might be their first time listening.
Episode
42.
Is it?
42.
I was trying to work out when I was walking the dogs, when I was dogging
When you're
this morning,
dogging.
how many more, what time of year it will be when you hit my birthday. 56 episodes. So we've got 14 to go, 14 weeks.
Yeah, but
does that take us before Christmas?
Well, we didn't do, because we've had...
No, I know, but are we doing 14 in a row from now?
I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, this is the exciting part. Just by the seat of our pants we do this, pretty much. Your pants. Quite smelly, probably.
I spoke to the homeless guy today.
So in the park near us is a guy who's just set up home.
He's told me today he's doing... What do you call it? 1.0? No, 1.6. He's basically, you know, when you kind of upgrade things.
Right.
Anyway, he's upgrading he's got even more stuff there. And I said, have the police not said anything? It was my surreptitious way of saying, oh, what the fuck
Why
are you doing?
are you here?
I mean, to be fair to him, he never ever litters. Apparently, Sarah lets him use the toilet. I mean, he's very dirty. And I was just thinking, I've got like a couple of old down jackets, but then am I assisting him to stay there or not? I just think it was 5 degrees this morning, so I know we're going slightly off cuff, but half of me, more than half of me, wants to give him stuff and let him come in the house and shower, and then the other half is like, well, that's just allowing him to stay for longer. But he's really well spoken. He's slightly out there. He says he could sell his artwork on the black market. And his music.
Well, he seems to have money because he came to the cafe. I don't know where he gets it from, but he seemed to come. He went to the cafe when Amber was working there and bought stuff.
Yeah, I said, why don't you? Because he says he likes growing stuff. I said, why don't you try and get an allotment? He says, oh, I have to pay council tax for that. Which I didn't realise. Anyway, sorry.
Well, that's Mark's dogging news. Here, you heard it first on Not Another Couples Podcast.
Well, Ziggy did wee on his tent, so that's how it started.
Oh. Oops. Well, probably 15 other dogs have done that first.
Suzie, you're not wrong.
How did she wee on his tent? His tent's up.
Well, you know how she does her handstand wheeze.
Oh.
But she couldn't get up there, no. But I do like her handstand wheeze. It's quite impressive.
Does anybody else's dogs do a handstand wheeze?
Yeah, small dogs do it, because therefore other dogs think it's a bigger dog, because the wee's higher. Apparently that's the reason why they do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she just
so small dogs do it so that they wee higher up the wall or the tree, so that therefore they think, well, this is a big dog, rather than a little rat. So
that is hilarious.
She's very good at handstand wheeze. She did 2 walks.
She's only recently started doing them in the last 6 months.
Well, she's entering CrossFit. You know how they have to do the handstand walks, so she's going to enter the dog CrossFit. Dogfit. Okay. Sorry.
Anyway, you've had your moment. I want to have a little rant about America generally.
All of America.
Not upsetting any Americans. We've got some lovely American friends of ours. No, but it's like saying, I mean, okay, some Americans.
There we are.
Let's put it there.
Let's be a little bit more PC, because I was
there. Obviously we've had the orange person visiting.
Yes. Yeah.
Luckily, I haven't really seen much about it. I'm sure there has been lots about it, but I haven't really engaged with that. All I have seen, it was the stuff preempting his visit that was projected onto Windsor Castle, like massive, huge photo of him and Epstein. And then they had this huge, big silk, like flag type of thing that they unraveled onto, again, right in front of Windsor Castle.
Oh, I see. So this wasn't the official welcoming. This was
the
protesting.
UK welcoming Trump, which all the Americans who hate Trump are absolutely loving. All the stuff I've seen online, they're going, oh my God, I love the UK even more now. Why are Americans supporting this idiot? So obviously he's been here. So that's like one American that's just...
Do you reckon that him and what's his wife called? Ivanka?
No, that was his second wife, Melania.
Oh, is it Melania? I wonder if they actually get on, or is it just all a front?
Well, again, if you look back, they've shown photos of her within the Epstein setup. So I don't think she's really had a huge amount of...
You know, like we've all got certain friends who have dodgy backgrounds. I don't mean paedophiles, but they might like ABBA or something weird like that. Exactly. So, but you're still friends with them.
Yeah.
Do you think, because Epstein was obviously a very successful businessman as well, that they were friends with him and they were just like, oh, well, we just forget about that. And they weren't necessarily involved. I don't believe that everyone that knew Epstein was therefore in that racket. they were just like, oh, he's a powerful. You know, sometimes I've seen it up in town where someone's extremely powerful, successful businessman, and I say to them afterwards, oh, you met him, yeah. Oh, he is a complete cock. But when they're standing next to him, they're like, oh, gushing all over him because he's successful. Because people do that. They just...
Yeah, they do. But I think there is a line of someone just being an arsehole and someone being a complete hideous paedophile.
Well, this was the whole Jimmy Savile thing, wasn't it? Because people knew.
Exactly.
That's what upsets me.
Yeah.
If you don't know, then fair enough.
But again, there is an era of when it was like brushed under the carpet, if you like. I'm like, oh, that's just what they do. And then obviously years later, people go, actually, no, that was really, really wrong. Can't speak. Really, really wrong.
Well, one of our songs that we sang at school was Two Little Boys, the Rolf Harris song.
Of course.
And if you listen to the lyrics now, you're like, oh, okay.
But there's so many. It's like Rolf Harris, Stuart Hall.
Who's that? Oh, it's a knockout.
Lots of other people who I can't remember their names.
Good, there.
But a lot of it is like that sort of 70s into the 80s era where it was all right. I mean, I actually read something yesterday where... Right. But no, not right. As I mean, it was just happened. No one really spoke up about it or fought against it.
Mm.
But things like, but again, sort of the treatment of women, well, paedophiles slightly, obviously a completely different segment. We're getting a bit serious again.
You're getting very political.
Yeah, anyway, I don't want to talk about paedophiles. I just want to rant about some Americans.
Some.
So, three American things. Here we go. She's like tapping the fingers. Number one. Orange Man. And Associates, I'm just going to say. Two. We were watching Gogglebox, which we love.
Yes.
Love a bit of Gogglebox.
Guilty
Very
pleasure.
funny.
Yeah.
Lots of the families and the dynamics on it are very, 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 very entertaining.
The regular one, not the celebrity one.
Yeah, the regular one. And we were watching, I think it was a recent one. We've been watching some old ones as well. We were watching a recent one where they had organising, decorating people on. It was Chris Pratt. Do you remember?
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you're going to rant as well. So Chris Pratt, actor, he is married to Arnold Schwarzenegger's... Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter.
Yes.
Right? And I'm astounded because I obviously have done a little bit of TV stuff, and I'm astounded how some of these programs get commissioned.
Yes.
Not even aired, commissioned in the first place. Who goes, this is really a good idea. So backstory of the program was these very super excited, very screechy, annoying two women. Who
were deeply in love with Chris Pratt, but hid it behind meeting the wife.
Yes, so they were like unbelievable, like 12-year-old girls meeting Taylor Swift.
But it's when they first initially meet, and it's like they're old friends. And like you've never bloody met before. Don't.
Yeah, that all the fakeness of thatness. So we were just talking about how people like suck up to people. That is, but more than that, they were there at their house to organise their garage, which had about 10 things in it.
And the garage was big enough for, I'd say, about 4 cars. It was massive.
It was one of those massive American house, obviously big house, big double garage. And it was completely staged, where they'd literally put a few things in, and then she was going, oh my God, yes, and all these like messy shoes over here. 3 pairs of shoes, beautifully laid out. And everybody, we were reacting exactly the same way as all the Gogglebox team. Going, what? What the hell?
And then the finished product?
The finished product looked almost identical to how it started. They put these hooks, these like hook things there for these baseball bats to go in. There was about 4 baseball bats. And it was like they'd invented.
But you could tell, I mean, obviously he was supporting it for his wife, Chris Pratt. You could tell, and you could see that there was like.
He was like, yeah, that's great. Oh my God, look at these baseball bats over here. That's so cool. I would never have thought of that idea of what? Putting a couple of hooks and putting them on the wall.
But yeah, I'm.
Well, that's why I'm ranting about it, because it was just so ridiculous. On 2 levels. I mean, I think they put it on Gogglebox because they knew the reaction of the people watching and us at home all ranting, going, what the hell? I mean, Chris Pratt...
you know, everyone has a kind of, what's it called, imposter syndrome and so on, you know. But those 2 hosts, surely they must go, what the fuck are we doing with our lives? This is, I mean, literally...
No, they will totally believe that they have done something wonderful.
So when I rearranged the shed... and tied it up.
Yeah,
I should put it on TV.
No, but
people are doing this every day of their lives, tidying shit up.
There are actual people who are very, very good at that, and will come in and
Clear your clutter.
completely, if you are completely, you know, have a really busy
But then
wardrobes or
but
whatever it
their
is, and they
skill
will
is-
organise, and they will actually organise it to the person. So it's bespoke to that person, not just generic
so
organisation.
they could organise mine in different shades of yellow.
Yeah, exactly. They will speak to you, consult with you, and go, yes, 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 you're weird. Let's put it all in alphabetical order or colour order or yellow. Just put everything yellow in, and mine would all be leopard print. You know what I mean? They'd make it right for the person.
Because clothing is emotional, isn't it? Like, so people don't get rid of stuff because that means something to me, even though you've not worn it for 5 years. But I mean, that was unbelievable. I just couldn't believe
it was the biggest pile of shite ever until.
Oh, was there something worse?
Yeah, well, no, not worse. Mission Impossible.
Oh, Thomas.
Close, isn't it?
Thomas.
I mean, come on, we're really wanging it out now when you've got 8
I mean, he really did it. How old is Tom Cruise? He's a remarkable man.
60.
And I remember watching, was it one of the last Impossibles,
as an actor,
where he jumped across 2 buildings, which he actually did, landed it, broke his ankle and carried on. I'm like, respect.
Yeah, he loves doing all his stunts and all that stuff.
But this last film was basically an opportunity for him to be on a biplane with the wind in his face, and it just went on.
But it was almost like, for me, I was watching it, it was like, let's do a spoof piss take. You know when people do a spoof of a film or a...
2 hours 43.
Well, we watched it in 2 parts because it was just too
The only reason why we watched the second part was to see if it actually got any better.
No, but for me, the annoying bit also was...
it was made.
Yes, but it was like mumbling. Everybody was mumbling and whispering. They were in like somewhere where there was no one around, and they were like talking like this.
No, they weren't even talking.
I was like, I can't hear you. What?
Who else do you think mumbles? What's his name? The DJ Saturday morning.
Dermot O'Leary, love presenter, but when he's on radio, maybe I don't know. I mumble a bit, but on radio, I'm constantly going, pardon, what? I think he talks into his mic and he gets really, really.
But it was a very. I know it was the last one in the.
It was a pile of shit.
Suzie, please.
It was. I mean, if you're really into Mission Impossible, great. But I still think you would have watched it and gone. I mean, there was about 4 or 5 scenes of you know it's coming. Tom Cruise running.
It's a great runner.
It's literally like Tom
Very
Cruise
happy
running.
with this technique.
There were so many
great
running
hamstring
scenes.
recovery phase.
Great. So there's him doing that. Him flying a plane. Bit disappointing his plane flying, I have to say, in that little biplane. Because I'm like, sorry, hello, Top Gun. You were like fighter jet man.
Suzie, he had to go analog because of the. He
couldn't even get in a biplane
because of the entity. He had to go analog.
No, but I don't mean the plane. I mean the actual what he was doing in the plane. The other guy was actually
that was real.
Pilot.
He wasn't the pilot. That was a stunt man. I don't want to break your bubble, but he was flying it, and the other guy. Yeah, but he wasn't flying it.
He wasn't.
But green screen. Do you not know how it works?
In the director's view, he was flying the plane, and he was making him look way better than Tom. I'm like, come on, Tom, pick it up. So that's 3 some American ranting.
Trump tidying up Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Nice.
If I had like Room 101,
all 3 would go in.
Yeah, well, Trump
which one would?
Trump definitely has to go.
I'd love you to meet him.
I would not like to meet him.
No, you would.
Why?
Because it's intriguing to meet these people.
I also think sometimes I'm like, what does he do? Like you were talking about Melania. How does he like wake up every morning and not think?
Well, they plug him in.
I'm an arsehole.
And then they spray tan him every morning. He's got a walk through spray tan.
Someone showed like him having at the royal banquet or whatever that King Charles hosted.
Imagine his pillow in the morning about a spray
people
tan.
At that thing. Anyway, that needs to be investigated.
Oh.
He had like that, you know, like those sort of 90s girls who had the orange tan.
Oh, yes, was it?
It was literally like that round his chin. There was nothing.
How old is Trump now? 24, 25?
70s?
Is he? No, I think he's older than that.
Something? No, 70 something. I don't know, 70s. Don't know, don't care.
Yeah.
Really, really struggle with everything that he's doing. Anyway, so that's it. America, love you, but certain aspects, no thank you. Do we have any marks? Bits?
Oh, you sent me a little clip of this Indian woman who was 70 diagnosed with back. She had a back problem which manifested itself in arthritis. And so I don't know if it was her son in the video. It was. But anyway, she got physio and then she spoke to her son and he goes, well, you should start at the gym. And she started in the gym and she was wearing, it's not a sari, I forget what it's called,
No, but a
but with a
traditional.
lifting belt, it looked absolutely brilliant. And she started with 5 kilos and ended up at 105
Yeah,
with the deadlift.
deadlift.
And she said, the doctors now said, well, I'm not giving you any medicine. You don't need medicine anymore. The medicine is keep going to the gym.
Yeah.
So it's like, I remember
It's almost like never too
me
late.
and Joseph Oy, Benji, best man in the world, used to talk about motion is lotion, just moving. Doesn't necessarily have to be that heavy, but, like walking. This is, so one of the other clients who had chronic back pain, getting her to just not sit. Sitting puts so much force on your lower back, as I say, slumping, but it's quite nice.
Yeah, but we're not sitting all day.
So just, motion is lotion. What's the other one? Well, there's another silly line as well. But anyway, so yeah, just the ability to, because everyone will wake up and everyone will most probably in some part of their life have back pain, spasms, and everyone knows once you start moving, it always gets better. Even though it's acute to start with, and you think, oh, am I making it worse? Am I making it worse? Pain is there to stop you doing certain movements and the swelling around the joint to stabilize the joint. That's why it's there. But if you can just try and get yourself out of that inflammatory process. So a lot of people believe in not taking anti-inflammatories. The anti-inflammatories will stop, as Craig will say, stop further inflammation going on, but it doesn't stop the original inflammation. So just moving is the best form of rehabilitation.
And I think that's part of the problem, isn't it? It's like catch-22 because you're in pain,
Yeah.
or you feel stiff, so you don't want to move, so you sit down and you rest, and then I don't know why I'm doing this.
No, but it's nice movements.
But
yeah,
I can move. Woohoo! Woohoo!
So yeah, motion is lotion. People just try and move more than you, especially
What
if you
sort
have
of
got
lotion
sedentary.
would you use? Then?
Cocoa butter always.
Cocoa butter. Okay.
Always cocoa butter because it smells nice.
Smells like
I
holidays.
actually used it in my hair this morning because I had slightly, what's his name?
Oof.
Yeah, what's his name?
I don't know who you're talking
Who's the
to.
pianist that we used to call Cooper?
Oh, Richard Clayderman.
Richard Clayderman. It was very big this morning because I watched it.
People under 50.
Just a big boof. Big boof.
Big flicky.
It's almost a Trump-like. You love Trump.
No, let's not.
Does he drop down on your who would sleep shag?
Not even. Oh, please!
If you had
vomit
to,
in my mouth. Please don't make me think about that at all.
He could make you great again.
I do want to talk about your routines. So carrying on from moving and that stuff. Having a routine. Do you think we are creatures of habit? So thinking for today, example, you get up, you have your breakfast toast, and then you go dogging. You get your coffee, have your little
half of me
reset.
Loves that. So I'll take the dogs for a walk. There's the climbing frame. I go and do my stretches, say hello to the guys that are there in the morning, do my stretches, have a little cortado.
Do my stretches.
And it always makes me feel better. Dead hang, all the stuff, just to get me moving in the morning. And more importantly, daylight. Even if it's cloudy, you still get the benefits of that. So, but then half of me is fighting about, I'm doing that every day. It's boring. Do it again.
And do you feel twitchy if you don't do it?
Oh, fuck yeah. Sorry I fell language.
Yeah. No need for that.
Sorry. I'm not very good at sitting still.
No, I don't mean like that, but I just mean not so much the physicality of it, just that routine. So I think I'm a bit like you, of need routine, but sometimes I'm like, I'm just doing the same thing, or same rituals, the same processes. But I think it's institutionalized from when we're at school. Do you know what I mean? You have, there's such a set order of doing things when you're at school, and then you come out of school, and then there's the traditional route. Just thinking, obviously, with university stuff, and Flynn's not quite sure whether he wants to do it or not do it. And
as you said, it just feels like school again.
I think the traditional route of people who went to school, you either got a job or a vocational training, or you went to university, and that was sort of the only options.
When I was at that age, there was definitely less people going to university.
Yeah, but there was pressure to go. I think it was there wasn't. I definitely wasn't given an option of not going to university.
There was a pressure to know what the fuck you were doing.
Sweary Mary.
Well, sometimes I've got to be a bit manly around here. So yeah, I think there's almost too much choice now, and there's also almost, as you said, there's this kind of obligation to go to.
I think it's predictability of this is what you do, this is where you go, and also we've just had discussions with lots of friends whose kids have either just finished uni or about to, or out in the workplace, and there's so much pressure. There aren't enough jobs for all the people who've been to university with degrees. in the olden days, if you had a degree, it was like a step up a ladder
Yes,
into certain
it was a
jobs,
pathway
certain
in.
certain earnings, all that sort of stuff. But now, we've got people that we know with children and family and stuff that are trying to find jobs, and there's just not enough jobs that they want to walk into. I mean, there are jobs that they could do, but they feel like they've got a degree, they should be getting something better than that, and I think that's the pressure as well. And I think,
I mean, so a friend of ours, Damo, who's over, one of his boys is now a carpenter.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah.
I mean, if I was, because obviously I like doing stuff outside. Actually, I think I would have just stayed in landscaping if I wasn't pressured, and then I would have just grown the business that way and done, bigger and more. I was just by the end when I was working my own, it was just me, one man band, and I'd bring people in, a bit like Gareth does with his marquee. I'd bring people in if I needed them for a job, but I felt pressured by Dad to go back to uni.
And I think, but then we've got other, friend's daughter who's based in Cornwall, or Devon at the minute, and she started at uni, didn't like it, hated what she was doing, so left and travelled and did all that sort of stuff, and then she's basically almost doing a season air.
Yeah, surf instructor in summer. Yeah,
surf instructor in summer, and then she goes off travelling to more exotic, warmer locations during the winter, or she did a season in Montreal, Morzine, doing chalet type of stuff and downhill biking in the summer.
But I think at some point,
and that's
whether
a very
it's social pressure,
lifestyle.
But at a certain time, mostly around about 30, you'll go.
She's not far off that, I would say.
And then the question,
she's late 20s.
And everyone will start questioning, going.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like the pressure of conforming to the norm. Why do you want to do that?
Well, I think you summed it up is that look, suddenly at 30 you'll be doing it with 20-year-olds and going.
Well, it depends. I think if you're with someone who's engaged in that lifestyle already, in a group of friends, which she seems to be, they travel, I think photography or creative work. That's the difference now. You can do your work anywhere in the world if it's related to just connecting with people via a laptop.
Social influencer.
Well, or a consultant, or you can do Zoom work or whatever it is. Zoom work.
You're so up to date with the
Zoom what?
Today I did mainly doing Zoom work.
I did a Zoom work conversation meeting yesterday.
And you got new glasses. Did anyone talk about them?
Can we talk about my new glasses? The green ones.
Because you're going less blind.
The green ones. So who knew? Who knew? Well, the optician obviously knew. That
Quite a few people would know.
Well, I thought because I don't know what it's called. What's the distance is called short side.
Yes.
It makes no sense. It's a bit like your arrivals and departures.
So as we get older, you see, let me explain.
Long sight, because it's further away. That would be long.
Your long-sightedness has got worse. You're reading.
Yeah, which is short. It's there. It's closer.
Suzie.
Makes no sense.
So you're changing.
Going through the change. Yes, so I had to get new glasses.
But this is what's terrible in this modern world is you have perfectly good frames that you really like, your green ones.
Yes.
But it's more expensive to put those
at a certain optician's should have gone to.
How much more was it? 1.5?
It's the same price.
Oh, so you could have put the lenses into your old ones.
Yeah, but for the same price, quite a lot of money, 300 quid, because I've got really good lenses.
Suzie.
2 pairs.
600 quid.
No, you muppet.
You just said 300 quid.
300 quid for 2 pairs.
Oh, you didn't say that bit, did you?
Because they do.
You didn't say that bit. It was a small detail. No, you didn't. Play it back.
Same price as putting into the original frame. Excuse me, people.
You got a frog. I can never say that in French.
Okay. Same price as putting the new lenses into my old frames. Yeah, maybe like £20 difference.
Oh. Did you not want them in your greens?
Well, I kept the green ones in case my eyes get bad again.
No. Part have got better, part have got worse.
Yeah. Only a tiny bit on the tip. So I can still wear them. I can still see out of them. I'm not completely blind. I've got the new ones in now.
Oh, yeah.
So I've still got them, and I will keep, like...
Do you remember that myth of masturbating would make you blind? My parents used to say that. You do
Where
that
did
if
that
you do.
come from?
But you've heard of
Literally
it, haven't
looking
you?
at me, pointing to
Well,
my
you were
eye.
saying going blind, and it just made me
I
think
think they
back.
should just say that to you to stop you doing it.
Yeah,
Well,
but
not
I
you,
do remember
generally,
if you carry on doing that, you'll go blind.
boys generally. I think that's probably a Victorian thing.
Most of my friends are surprised they're not walking around with a Labrador now.
You know, it doesn't actually.
Oh, doesn't it?
No, they just said that to stop you
Ah.
playing with yourself.
And that's
at
like,
boarding
and
school.
doing cross-eyed and the wind changes, you'll stay like that.
Ooh.
That's
It's
true.
all old wives' tales to control the world.
I like those ones.
What old wives' tales?
Yeah, I think they're great. What other ones are there? Cross-eyed and the winds change.
Oh, you see, you do.
The earbuds, they're not good for you, are they?
I don't think that's an old wives' tale. I think that's just generally
We
common
thought,
sense and science.
oh, it's nothing better than an earbud, though. Oh, it gets right in the old tickle zone. Sorry.
Tickle zone. Talking of tickle zone, you have a little song, don't you?
I'm not singing it out loud. It's not.
What? You got
That's the
to.
B-side of When Love Comes Down.
I can't remember if we talked about this last week. I apologise if we did. But
I just sing to Siggy. She likes it. They both have different songs.
what's Yogi's?
The buttocks of, what is it? He's got love flaps, which are the
Love
bits of
flaps.
skin on the side of his haunches, and then he's got buttocks to die for.
Buttocks to die for.
If he died, they would be very good eating. Not that I would, but I'm just saying, I always think of that film Alive, you know, where you had to
And
make a
plain.
decision.
Who'd eat first?
And we've got a friend Sandeep who's got the biggest calves in the world, and he would definitely, if he popped off, I mean, while he's still warm, I'd mostly be chewing on his calves. I don't know. I mean, you don't like red meat. Is human flesh like chicken, have they said?
I don't know, because I've never tried it, actually.
Okay.
Need to ask someone who has.
Do we know any cannibals?
No.
Fine young cannibal. You met him, didn't you, once?
No.
Oh.
You met Sade and didn't even know who she was.
I just knew proper slick back. I mean, this was
I think,
before
is
Amber.
doing a tour.
Is she?
I don't know how that's come about. I did see it pop
She
up
had
somewhere.
proper
Unless it was
slick back.
AI. I don't know.
She had proper slick back. You know how Amber
She
likes
had
that.
freckles as well, didn't she?
Yes, she did. That's how the conversation started.
You started talking to her about freckles.
Yeah, and then my friend walked past. I went, he used to wank over you because he had a poster on the wall.
Who's that?
Steve Timmings.
Oh.
Which really
back
helped
to
the conversation.
masturbating
There was that kind of really awkward silence. I'm like, I'm so sorry about him. I'm so sorry. He's lying. And then he walked past again. No, he's not.
Oh, good times.
Happy days.
Good times.
Sorry.
Good times.
Sorry, I've become the base again.
You are really, really rude. Really
Oh.
rude.
You see?
So what are your plans this week? Anything exciting?
Flynn's got a big game of rugby today for the National Cup under 18s.
Yeah. School.
I'm now managing him.
The manager.
Well, I didn't think he'd like it, but he seems to like it.
Yeah, I think because he's only 17, they do need, I think, some guidance and just having someone make those decisions for them. What I can't talk today. It's like I haven't put my teeth in. Decisions. Hold on. That's better.
What? You know the little mark on your tooth?
Oh, here we go.
What's that from?
Special.
Knees. What is that? Who else? Your brother has one.
My mother.
What is it? Is it like when they're growing?
She punched me when I was in the womb.
Which womb?
Womb. The front womb.
That's like me when I was
The back
younger.
Womb.
I couldn't have
The
said
living womb.
I couldn't have said womb or womb.
Womb.
It would have been the same.
Same.
Can I see your womb? And girls used to hit me.
What? On both accounts, probably. Can I see your room?
Wow.
Can I see your womb? Neither. They're going to go, yeah, please come in.
Flynn and his mate are organising an 18th birthday at the moment.
Right.
And going through the list last night was hilarious. Just, obviously, they're trying to get the quota of boys and girls.
Right.
And then Will, they're sharing the party. So Flynn had his 16th here? 17th?
Yes,
16th here. And then we're doing the 18th at his. And we're organising marquees and beers and all the usual stuff. And I think they got
Only for those that are over 18.
100 people. It's mad.
But it's...
Anyway,
It is.
but they're like going
Oh.
through the girls and the guys, and they're putting them in squads. Have you heard about this? So they've put them in squads, so they all have to arrive together in a certain theme. It's quite funny, but they're mixing up the
Because
squads.
they were trying to do you had to partner up with someone. I was like, that's going to be such a headache.
Well, it's even harder now. There's like 5 or 6.
No,
in a
but that's
squad.
better, I think. 'Cause
Oh.
it's like, rather than like them having to partner up.
But they were
100
partnering
people.
up the boys and the girls that like each other but haven't done anything
Haven't
yet.
actually said it.
So just like, and they
So
have.
they're like blind date.
It's
Like,
very, yeah, exactly. They are Cilla Black. Those are
well,
Cilla.
what is the scenes then? What are the squads?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
This was just a conversation I was overhearing.
Literally one of those random. I was like, just lock in the date, get the people so they know.
It's very funny
because it's very. There's so many 18s. It's literally like every weekend he's going to one.
Yeah.
I remember the same with Amber because she was September, so she's like early. She was like, oh, everybody had already sent out invites and locked in dates over the summer, and she was like, I just don't want to do it. It's too many. And also because she sort of...
She didn't do a big one, did she?
She didn't do an 18. She had a few people here. But...
I'm really bad. I was thinking about that. When you look back at stuff, you're much better. But Flynn was talking about, we were watching a Lions game. No, World Cup, Japan. And I suddenly couldn't remember. I know we beat New Zealand, but I couldn't remember who was in the final. And I looked back at... He's really good at remembering. He goes, oh, do you remember when Dupont scored in the corner or this and that? And like that, I'm suddenly thinking, oh, Amber's 18th. I remember Flynn's 16th because it was a big deal. And then we had Amber 16th here as well, didn't we?
18th, she just wanted to do...
I do remember. But there's like...
Just a cocktails.
Are you all good at remembering stuff like that?
Well, only because I'm probably organised it.
Well, that is true.
So I remember it because I did
Put
it.
time and effort in. Are you saying that I did absolutely nothing?
Yeah, basically.
I am the foundation of this family. I keep it all stable with my calmness, my intelligence, my good looks, and my slightly auburn features. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, so 18th. So it's right tricky. So I said to him, could you please lock in the date? So
he has. That's now been done.
Because
I've got to speak to...
It's quite a big thing to organise, purely because a lot of their friendship groups are very sporty, and there's always big sporting matches, tournaments, whatever, always going on as well, most weekends. So it was trying to find a weekend when because they also have Saturday school, so if they weren't at school on a Saturday,
Suzie,
Friday
it's
night,
non-stop.
Sunday, there's always some rugby tournament. I remember that with his 16th. We had to move the date. We originally had it on Saturday, we moved it to the Friday because a lot of the boys were doing something on the Sunday, and that would have been rubbish for them.
Rubbish.
Well, Flynn had to do it. He had to go to an 18th, one of the boys the year above, and they had a really important sevens tournament the next day. And it was a real shame. It was a real turmoil. I mean, we're lucky. And the trouble is when you go out, you know, the idea you go, yes, I'm not only going to do this, I'm not going to be late, blah, 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 blah. But once you go out and they're around all their mates, they're not really thinking about the next day. So you have to be the slight bad cop and go, right, what's your choice? But you can either not go or you can go, but I'm collecting at this time. And luckily the captain at the time was very good, and he left about 10 minutes before Flynn left. So he was all right with that.
Started the precedent.
So I thought that was very, very good.
Very, very good.
Very impressed with
that. I've just started with those 4 young athletes, and 2 of which at St Mary's Uni, second year, and 2 of which are 17. Our kids and a lot of other kids are quite lucky because we have the time or make the time to take them to places and so on. But these kids are sixth form college or uni, and realising how actually the 2 17-year-olds have to be pretty independent, both parents. But I don't know the parents, but I assume they're both working or whatever's situation is. And asking them questions after the session, what's food tonight? And they're like, so trying to get them on top of that. They have to make their own food when they get home because I think one of the parents was working late or whatever. So it makes them have to grow up a bit quicker.
Yeah, but I can't become independent on being aware of... I mean, Flinny is aware of everything that is done for him, mostly.
Like you when he took him up to uni.
Oh, God.
And he couldn't understand that there was like nothing in the fridge.
It wasn't empty, but obviously compared to what he's used to the self-filling fridge at home, where you just open it and there's everything you want until today, because I haven't been yet.
Joss, is you're a terrible mother.
But he's so used to that, so he opened Amber's fridge and was like, what are you going to eat? And she was like, oh, I've got food. Blah, blah. But obviously he has to eat 3 times the amount that she eats anyway. He was like, I would just die. I can't. I mean, the thought of him being at uni right now, it's not actually the university. It's like surviving.
See, I think cooking courses, I don't know why they don't at school. Maybe they do and we don't know about it. But they should have cooking courses.
Well, we used to do home economics.
Yeah.
Where you'd learn how to make shepherd's pie.
So I was going to send him and Will or a couple of mates on a cooking course. So they learn how to.
Well, Tom Holland's brother's just written a cookery book because he's a chef, and it is aimed at students, like easy cook, nice food.
Because I think learning to cook, understanding
from a guy who's like in his mid-20s, rather than some 45, 50-year-old chef who doesn't understand, can't remember how to cook. Basic.
Well, that's right. I'm going to do that. He's going to have a surprise.
It's not so much that. It's fact. It's just for them when he's at school. It is full on. You know, it's slightly less full on now than.
No, I get it.
No,
I get it. But I think when as a life skill.
But it's the same. You know, with you with work, it's the planning. The cooking is the piss easy bit, really.
Don't need to swear, Susie.
Well, you've done it many times today. It's coming up with the ideas and making sure you have the ingredients in the fridge ready to go. Like Amber said, the chicken was in a freezer. Like, well, you have to take it out and overnight and let it defrost, and then it's ready to go. It's not instant. Or go and buy some that's fresh.
That's what you're saying, Susie. I know what you're saying, Susie.
So it's the planning, which is the really boring part, meal planning. A lot of people, my friends, are just banging their heads against the wall, just constantly coming up with meals, making sure there's enough food in the fridge for everybody at whatever time they need. It's like never ending.
Oh, there's a film about that.
Never ending story.
Is that David Bowie? Oh, that's Labyrinth. That was a strange film.
That was Lamar.
There's an exhibition with David Bowie at the moment. I was tempted to go. All his kind of hidden stuff and poems, and he used to write on menus and all sorts of stuff. He was quite a thinker.
I think now people probably just sit in their phones.
Or they might go analogue just in case the Entity and Tom Cruise comes to get you for Mission Impossible 18.
Please don't watch that film unless you really love Mission Impossible. Don't waste money. We had to buy it. We had to rent it.
Susie, it was the best £4.99 I've ever spent.
£4.99.
Work it out. 2 hours 43. At least it was a long film.
Anyway.
That's it.
Have a great week, people. We will see you next week.
Please.
Thank you.
No thanks.
Bye.